Y'all doing? You know, a lot of people know me that I talk about kindness, I talk about forgiveness, I talk about giving chances and stuff like that. But here's the thing about it, I know there's certain instances that it's a little more difficult. I don't talk to people who have been raped or actually abused and tell them that they need to be kind, they need to forgive, they need to whatever. I don't do that. Do I advise forgiveness for people in those cases? Yes, for themselves, because it's something that can really eat you up inside and stuff. But I will not, if someone chooses not to, I don't blame them. That's something really heinous that they've experienced. And anyone that does tell them, oh, you have to forgive, you have to be kind, you have to, after a situation like that, that person is 150,000% wrong. So, but here's the thing. They have found that racism and bigotry causes the same long-term damage as rape or being actually assaulted when you're a child, so on and so forth. This is really what happens in your mind when you're dealing with bigotry and racism and stuff, and people try to play it off and everything. So when people have been victims of racism and bigotry and they're upset about that, and people who have pretty much fed into that racism and bigotry that they deal with on a daily basis, and I'd like to remind you that the majority of people do not get raped or actually assaulted every single day, but racism and bigotry is something that follows you everywhere you go, whether you're walking outside or you're on social media. All you have to do is open up any comment section and you see it left and right. Even if it has nothing, the story has nothing to do with anything, there will be people on there that will say racist or bigoted things. It happens every single day, over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So when people come up and say, oh, you need to forgive, you need to be this, blah, 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 when it comes to racism and bigotry and those that proclaim racism and bigotry, that feed it and pretty much motivate and influence millions and millions of people to engage in racism and bigotry, I've got a big FU for them. I really do. And you can say that's not kind. Oh, no. That is kind, because there's a lot more that they deserve for what they are doing, because those people are toxic. They are cancerous. They are awful. And you don't need to listen to them. And you don't need to have them force their nonsense onto you. So I'm telling you right now, yes, we're kind. Yes, we're forgiving and stuff. But when we're dealing with the type of abuses that we have to deal with, that they are completely just ignoring because it's right in front of your face. I just told you that you can look at anywhere and you can see it. You know it's true, but they want to put those blinders on and act like blah, 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 and then talk crap to you. Yeah, F them, seriously. Don't listen to them. Don't care about what they have to say. They're a bunch of morons. That may not seem nice, but hey, there's a lot more I could say about them. That is being nice. Sorry to tell you. So anyways, have an awesome Tuesday. You're an awesome, amazing human being, and I love you so much. Peace out and bye.